let's see. Okay. Whoa. All right. Let's refresh.
Great news, team. Lunch at McAllister's is on me. Spud guy, salad girl, you should be good with that, right?
How do you know what we like from McAllister's but not know our names?
Great question. T-Dude, help me out.
At McAllister's, varieties on the menu daily. Visit McAllistersDeli.com or tap the banner for more details.
Happy 30-day to you. Happy 30-day to you. Happy 30-day, dear person who bought a used car in the most confidence-inspiring way possible. Happy 30-day to you. A 30-day
There we go.
guarantee.
Okay.
30 reasons to celebrate. That's car buying reimagined. Only from CarMax. Up to 1,500 miles. See CarMax.com for details.
There we go. Let's see.
Tom's family only use wireless for home internet, so it can be mad
Yeah,
internet
cool.
online. But we get fast, reliable internet from Xfinity, so I can game with basically no interruptions. Ooh, it just leveled up.
What?
Through December 21st, new customers can get fast, reliable internet on the Xfinity 10G network.
Okay.
For just $19.99 a month for 12 months with a 1-year contract. Go to Xfinity.com/10G, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless plan and auto-pay stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply to internet service. Actual speeds vary.
All right, let's go in and boom. And let's go here. Copy. Hey, Carl, it has been ages since I've seen you. What's going on, man? Do a kickflip. All right, I'm just getting chat. Oh, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. I hope you get better, and I hope it's not bad. There we go. I have no idea what I'm making here, by the way. I don't know. I started I just opened Blender and I don't know. What do you want to see me make? I'll try whatever. I'm not bad at modeling, I'm just not good at it. Gotta start by doing that, and let's see. Actually, let's do that. And let's see. I'm just going along like Mario. You do that. Oh, nice. I know I've never read it. I should probably read it. I I haven't finished it, and I've been reading it for years, but I've been reading like all the Sherlock Holmes. Like I have a collection of all the Sherlock Holmes stories. Well, hopefully you don't die. It would be in character though if you did, but but I do hope you get better soon, really. It's a lot of fun. Sherlock is I really enjoy reading. So it's a little I don't know if you know, but it's a little anti-Mormon, but it's still a good read regardless. I mean, I don't mind, of course, cuz I'm not Mormon at all. I have no Mormon connections. Oh, okay. Uh I think I don't know what the Mormons did to Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, but he gets in. There's some sections where they're in America. Well, like the story is in America, and he go he goes ham on just insulting every aspect of Mormonism that he can. It's crazy. Let's see. I've been playing a lot less modeling lately and doing more materials. Let me show you some materials I've made. Well, actually, let me come over here and just go to this render engine. Come over to my asset browser. And we'll go to materials. One of my favorites, let's see. I did this. I don't know. This is cool, and it looks for what it is. It's really cool. Which it doesn't really work on this, but it's basically turns your model into fire. Let me see if I can. And it's also like over time it's animated, which is hard to see if pre-render, but this is this frame, the next frame. Let's go for it a couple frame. There we go. So it's like slowly changing, but it looks cooler on something like this. The scale is wrong. That's what's going on. I was like, why does that not look right? Change the scale here. It's been so long since I made this, I don't know. Let's just change the scale of everything all at once. I don't know what I did. I won't worry about it. Let's see. I also have some cool stuff that is not fire. Let's see. Stone, rock face. Yeah, I like rocks. Then I have like crystal-y stuff. This one's really cool and way usable. Which looks weird here, I don't know. Oh, I know what's going on. There's so many different hoops you have to jump through. Okay, there we go. Let's see. That's much better. That shape just wasn't great for the default settings I have it at. But if we can like see the light through it.
I would go to yoga, but I don't have the right gear. Sierra says, save on the best activewear brands.
A 10-year plan. I don't have a 10-year plan.
Sierra says, yoga mats for less. And if you're still
I do 3D print stuff for people. Like I've actually 3D printed stuff for businesses and stuff. So like it does make some money here and there. I actually have a guy right now that I'm 3D printing
Special K knows life moves fast.
I don't know what to call it, like something to hold his smartwatch so he can connect straps to it.
So the fuel you choose matters.
And so that's something I have to do, but
Special K0.
that's not fun at all.
Both are packed with plant protein to support you during your daily activities. Click or tap the banner to get yours.
I would love. Oh, I don't remember the brand. Anycubic Mega Zero. It's a relatively cheap printer, but it's amazing. It's a really good printer. I think it was like when I bought it, it was $130, and I also got some filament for like 150 total, and I've had it now for like 2 years, and it still prints like a champ. I do need a new bed for it. I destroyed the bed, but any cool STLs? Here, give me a second. I don't know. Cool STLs. Let's see. Not really, no. I'm just gonna check my files here. 3D printing folder. I've got like There's some that I downloaded. Oh yeah, yeah. Like when I was roommating with Peter, we really dove in that first time we like made that one, and then I didn't have a 3D printer for a very long time, and I got one just recently. Yeah, you can save STLs in Blender. Let me see if there's any, like, mostly when I print for myself here, I'm either like testing more like mechanical ideas. Like I tried to print some Legos, which turned out pretty good. It was tough to get the size of everything down and make them stick together and come apart well, but I got it. Cool STLs which are illegal in some countries. I don't know that I have any STLs that are illegal in some countries. I don't know which ones even would be illegal. I download a lot of models from websites that rip models from video games. So I have like here, I'm gonna turn on my camera. Oh my god. the cursor is confusing me. Okay, be prepared to see me. I am not a good looking person. Okay, now you can hear me, and I'll bring the music back too. Alright, but yeah, so this Blastoise model, pretty cool. Sorry about the audio leak there. So yeah, I turned this into an STL after downloading it. Then I've got a bunch of little Squirtles as well. I modeled little glasses onto them to be like from the anime. I need to paint these things. This one I really like just because it was really fun to pose them. And then like this is the thing that I'm working on right now. This, and it connects to this thing. And so it goes like this, like that, twists into place. And the guy wants me to make it so that this connects directly to these straps, and there's a hole here so his heartbeat sensor will work. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have a whole lot of cool STLs. I modeled this one. This is one that I modeled, just a little crystal looking thing. Just a little desk ornament. And then, like, I work from home and I need my phone to log into work, so I just made this really quick little phone holder so it connects my pop socket. So I haven't made anything cool. I've a lot of utility though, like. And also, I made a little coaster because I like to freeze my bottled water. So, but after that, I mean, no, not really. Oh, you know what? This one that I didn't model, but I downloaded. It's a little Donkey Kong. I really like this, and it's inspired me to do some cool stuff. Let me go back over here. Let's see where, there it is. Like this, I actually printed this, and it blew me away that it worked. Let's get inside. Like, so it's just a bunch of these connecting, and it's tiny. This is it, and I did not expect it to print and be so functional, but it did, and it completely works. I was blown away by it. When I say that printer it was cheap but good, I mean, and then when I like set it to some, like, when I'm printing for like the business, I do a lot of stuff for here in Albuquerque. There's a cat clinic that my friend works at, and so I do a lot of work for them. And I have this like really fine setting detail and I can print things and it just doesn't even feel like it's 3D printed. They're all very smooth parts. So it's a good printer for 130 bucks, and it's a decent sized printer. Like I said, I've really messed up the bed trying to scrape stuff off of there. But it still works, and I just print in the corner now. All right, let's see. Chain idea. I was doing, let's open this. Don't save. I was trying to make like Blender. Oh wow. What do you print? That's like printing a whole house size nozzle. Yeah, I love, like, I print like Blastoise and little crystal decoration things, but whenever I'm doing like, really, when I first started this watch job, all they wanted me to do was replace the middle piece, and I got that done real quick. I loved making functional stuff, but the watch job has just been tedious. It's been back and forth for a while now. I print what he asks, and he's like, "Oh, can you do this?" And it changes, and so that's been that. But I love making things that are functional. I've got all kinds. I guess this broke, but keep switching here. This is I made this. I didn't know how I was gonna attach it. I was meant to be like this, but now I have it hanging under my desk, and I don't know what I did with the other piece of it. I just put toilet paper on here, and I have a little slot, and I rubber band it to hold it upside down. And if I need to blow my nose or anything, I'm just got a roll of toilet paper attached to my desk over here. I see, yeah. I I don't mind the time it takes. Um and I do like a nice finish. And then like with the cat clinic, they expect a nice finish. So, and I love printing stuff for the cat clinic. That's one of my favorites. I have a failed print here from the cat clinic. They have an ultrasound machine that didn't have any kind of like, it had bars on it, and it's kind of their logo right there that I put in there. That's why it failed, because I wanted to put their logo. Um, yeah, they had an ultrasound machine that had these little bars, and they wanted to have little attachable uh, accessories. Like this would hold like a bottle of alcohol. And then their ultrasound machine crapped out on them. So that was like gone. I was like, okay. But it was fun to make. Let me see. I might have. And this was like kind of Lego-ish. I don't know what happened to the one of the clips. But I made it so that you could detach it. This would like slide on and off, and this was here.
What if I need a policy, but I just can't choose?
An agent can help you choose. At State Farm.
And it slid off and on very nicely. I was really proud of that.
Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
But I'm sure I'll get another job soon from them. I printed all kinds of stuff for them. Here's another Squirtle I have. And there's another one somewhere. Oh, here he is. I put alcohol ink on this one's head. But this one's just sitting down with his arms folded. What do you mean? Is that what I do? Like for a job? No, I don't make enough money that way. Let's see. This is I was trying to make the baby dragon from Yu-Gi-Oh. I do a little bit. I'm not like, it's really a very small circle of people who even know that I print stuff. It might grow over time. I'm kind of new. I moved to Albuquerque a little bit like a year and a half ago. And before that, I was actually not doing so well. So I just kind of got back on my feet here recently. But I work for Safelite. I verify insurance and I schedule people whichever they need me to do more. I get people scheduled for windshield replacements, or I verify insurance. Mostly verify insurance. These hands are awful. And I was just starting on the wings, but I don't know how to go about doing it. I don't know if this is a chore of a job here. Let's see, let's make the base of his wings bigger. There we go. Yeah, I am not great at modeling, but I do enjoy it. I've been wanting to for actually since way back whenever it was like me and Peter when we first started with like 3D printing stuff. I've always wanted to model like an action figure, like a posable action figure. Oh yeah, I'm subscribed to him. I love that channel. I follow a lot of stuff like that. I think actually, did he have a video? I watched something like I think he may have had a video come out today that I watched. I don't know if it was him though. It might have been one of the other guys that I watch. Oh yeah, so this was I'll spell it for you because I have no idea. Let's see, where's my text? Here it is. I just watched this guy make like a little diorama with a spider and stuff. I watch Craftsman. Craftsman is the modern. I have a horrible memory. Bob Ross. Craftsman is the modern Bob Ross. Another thing that I really wanted to get into doing for money is making dice. Let me see if I can pull up any of my dice files. I don't know if I've even done anything on my current computer with dice. Let me see. Blender stuff. I'm also really into like AI stuff. I like to actually that could be something we do today. Is get an like just generate an AI image and model the whatever we generated. Yeah, I don't have any dice stuff here. Here, let's see. I kind of started making a video game, and I kind of abandoned it, but let's see. Did I save that here? No, this is weird, though. Oh, shit. I don't think I do watch Evan and Kaylin. I don't think I've seen their D&D dice. And I don't think I've ever seen Code Bullet either, or is Code Bullet an AI generator? I'm not sure. Let me see. I'll this is a random stream. Let me load up my little game that I made that I started working on and never actually finished. I should pick it up again, honestly. Okay, I'm just gonna mute the game because... And let me get this pulled up over here. Let's make it just... let's see. A window capture? Yeah, let's do that.
If you're thinking, I should go for a run today, but it looks like it could rain, Sierra says save on epic rain jackets. If you're also thinking,
All right.
these beat up old running shoes, Sierra says save on top brand running shoes. And if you're still thinking,
There we go.
I'm also busy performing brain surgery, well then we say, you really should have led with that. Sierra, let's get moving to your local store, like now. Go!
Special K knows life moves.
Oh yeah. Oh, I think I may have seen something like that. I've seen an AI play a video game, and I was so impressed.
So the fuel you choose matters.
Let me see. I'm just gonna mess with this little
That's
capture a
why
little bit so
Special
it's
K high protein
better.
Special K Zero.
We'll crop.
Both are packed with plant protein to support you during your daily activities.
What is that?
Click or
100?
tap the banner to get yours.
That's good enough.
Welcome
Bottom,
to
what?
the show where I, Jake from State Farm, answer your insurance
250?
what-ifs. We've got a call from Millie. What's up?
Hi, Jake. What if, hypothetically, a moose gets mad at my car and rams into my windshield? Hypothetically.
Oh, just file a claim on the app. At State Farm, we're there for your what-ifs.
Great.
There we go. That'll be good enough. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave it like this.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or go to statefarm.com for a quote today.
Oh, I think State Farm ad. I just realized. This will load. Come on. Yeah, so this was, I just kind of was messing around, started making this. And it is really choppy right now. Let me pause. It's probably my computer not handling. I don't have the greatest computer. Yeah, it's definitely... Hey, pause. Well, okay, it's not doing so great in the frame rate right now, but like I made this little game with this little cat and then never did anything with it. God damn. That's stupid audio. And I think I did include like a way to... Jesus Christ. It's just unpausing and pausing. Let's see, there we go. Hopefully it doesn't unpause itself. And I don't know how loud it's gonna be, so I'm gonna... Oh my god, what is going on? Spotify is not the greatest app in the world. I apologize. I'm not sure why it keeps unpausing. I'm being patient about the pause. Not clicking it 1,000 times. Let's see. Nope. start it again. Okay, pause. Okay, well, you know what? That fixes. No, it doesn't. It's closed. Yeah, it's just not running well right now. And it's weird because I can run this game on my phone. But we'll just kind of do the choppiness here and oh, I know how to. Okay, P is to pause, I remember. Quit. Let's go. Is it okay? Well, it's not starting me in, and like, see the tiger here? That's AI generated image on his jacket. And the cat in the top corner for like where the little sushi roll is, which is his health. The cat there is AI. I thought that was really funny. That kind of matched him. Then the background of the website AI. All AI generated images. I'm really excited about AI Amazon Music. I wish this were quicker. AI in video games, as far as like ChatGPT and stuff, and the use for characters and their responses, like that is the future of gaming. I think when you can play like an RPG like Skyrim or something, and go up to an NPC and actually communicate with it. That's a cool future. This is taking 1,000,000,000 years. I don't even know exactly where I'm going. But I did make this game and I need to pick it up and actually I want to make like a Banjo-Kazooie-esque video game. Let me unmute this site. And I made all the music for this game myself even, and I'm not good at making music, but I also am very worried it's going to be horribly loud. Let's see. Okay, well, it's not playing anything, so let's go P, quit. Okay, I guess this doesn't have any music in it. Oh well. Yeah, I did make all the music for it, but it's not playing music. Like, so I really, really would love to make games. I'm not an artist by any standard, but if I could just be involved in making a video game, I would love it. Let's see. Um, Also, I don't know if you're into like the image generation of AI, but there like Bing is using Dolly 3 now, and it's really good. Yeah, I figured I don't know why it was running so bad. Honestly, I've run it on this computer as well before. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm streaming at the same time. I don't know. Let's see. Let's Liz a lizard. Let's make a new Squirtle, a new version of Squirtle. Mixed with a squirrel with water powers. Let's see what that gets me. Yeah, and Bing actually is really cool and completely like free. You have these credits up here, but they like they refresh like every week or so. You get 50 a week, and that's not bad if you're just kind of messing around with. Oh, this is awful. This is weird stuff. This one actually is not horrible. I'm just gonna do this. Squirtle. And then there's another one. Okay, that's just straight up Squirtle. These are all just straight up Squirtles. There's this one that if you're trying to, this is actually a really useful one. It's called Ideogram. And this is the kind of stuff that I like, because this is pretty much my avatar online these days, or for the past like 10 years. And this is fantastic. This is really cool. I do a lot of like in the morning, I say good morning to everybody at work in our Teams chat. So I generate a lot of good morning images. Lots of these. Mario and Goku. What was this? Goku in this art style of Mario. Warrior birds that are like. Oh yeah, I've tried Dolphin before. I've played Wind Waker, Zelda Wind Waker. Another thing, I don't know if you've seen, let me go to YouTube here and look at my history. Let me find his video because I've seen it pretty recently. There is a guy who is making a. This is he's. Let's just mute this. He's making. Is Dolphin free? Dolphin is free, yeah. And then technically it's not legal if you don't have it, but you can get the ROMs online. You can find the games. But yeah, this guy is this is inside it. This is runs on the Nintendo 64 and it's so impressive. He's just like really optimized it and made huge levels with like that. Mario is better than the Mario 64 Mario. Like, and this is what he's talking about here, where he can get this to run inside the Nintendo 64 without culling, and it has more vertices than like I think like nearly all the levels combined or something. And then later on it shows he has like the Breath of the Wild model of Link running inside of a Nintendo 64 somewhere. There it is. Look at that. That is insane. This is like that was running on a Nintendo. Yeah, and then he said like this lighting is inside the Nintendo 64 as well, which that's just crazy. But yeah, I really want to see this game get finished and I want to play it. Like that'd be another cool thing is to to make a game for the Nintendo 64. Let's see. But yeah, he's got, let me check out his channel really quick. He's got a lot of cool levels that he showcases and stuff. Let's see. This I think is like one of the first ones I ever watched from him. Like this just blows my mind. I would love to just, I don't have one now, but I would love to buy a Nintendo 64 and like whatever game cartridge they use to load these ROMs onto so that they can play it physically on the 64 and just play this on a 64. That would be amazing. I do emulate 64 a lot though. As well. Banjo-Kazooie is my favorite game. Let's come over here and back to Blender. Oh, yeah. Oh, I haven't technically beaten. What is going on? Where is? Oh, that's what it is. There we go. I haven't technically beaten Tears of the Kingdom, but I have gotten to Ganon and I don't want to fight him. I just kind of because that for me in my mind it's gonna end it, and I don't want it to end. Let's see. I was actually just playing last night, roaming around looking for. Oh yeah, Bing is free, completely free. So you have those 50 credits and then it replenishes within a week. And I think you can also buy credits, but I'm not sure how. I've looked for where you can purchase them and how much they are. And I haven't found anything anywhere to buy them. So maybe they just limit it to the 50 free that they give you. I have no idea, but it is free. And so is that Ideogram. That's free. Actually, let me see. There's some more that I have a lot of fun when I'm at work and I have nothing to do, just generating images all day. So I have a couple AI image generators. I used to actually pay for Midjourney. There's like Dream Studio, that's free, but then they have like a pretty limited number. Let me see if it's still free. I haven't been here in a while. Really, it's between Ideogram and Bing right now. Google just came out with, let me see if I have that one. Google actually has a free image creation. Let me see, image creator. I didn't bookmark it yet. Let's see, Google. Oh yeah, I know why I didn't bookmark it. So if you just go to Google and you have like they recently started doing like AI powered. Let me see. Come back over here. So if you look at this and there's like this try AI powered overviews when you search. If you turn that on, you can just go to like generate squirrel. That's misspelled. Water squirrel. Let's try that. Let's see what we get. Water squirrel. And then in the style of Ken Sugimori. And then we can image for generate. Let's see. I forgot how to do this. I've done it before. Let's see. More. Google image image AI generator. Okay, yeah, see, this is... Okay, let me see. Google.com. Draw. I don't know how I did it before. I am opted into the... Let me... I don't know. Let's see. Oh, that's sick. Yeah, NTSC and the Japanese format. I forgot which it is. I guess, I don't know why it's not doing what I want it to do here. I'm not even seeing my normal, like the normal AI thing here. Yeah, it's turned on. Off, on. I agree. Okay. I don't know why I'm not seeing even just, create an image. Oh, yeah, see, this is something I've done before. And it's just not doing it. I don't know, whatever. Spending too much time on that. Let's let's go here. Let's turn that off. I'm trying to see also if there's anything cool I've made that I haven't printed yet that I wanted to print. But I don't think there is. I mostly just print either cat clinic stuff or dumb stuff. Here's another like N64 style video game character I made. I don't know what I was gonna do with it, but it's pretty cool. It's probably a little bit higher poly than Nintendo 64, but it's got some crazy seams. I would need to work on that. But this was completely, I think I completely made this within Blender. I painted it in Blender and everything. I gave it little dark spots for its armpit. They look like nipples over here. That would be weird. Let's see. Another thing that I really love to do is, let's bring this back up. And, oh, well, you've seen that stuff. Like just like the flying camera through like the candy that I did and little things like that. Like all the 16, I don't know if you've seen me on TikTok, but I put a lot of just little 16-second flying camera style animations, just random stuff. Let's see. Didn't save anything here. It looks like I meant to, but I didn't. Let's see, what is this? I don't know what this, oh, I know what this is now. I remember this. I was gonna make like a whole little scene. I start so many things and then I abandon them. This was a cool idea. What is this? Oh, another just little scene that was like very low poly. Let's see, what is it? The store. I know I started this really detailed one a long time ago. Let's see. Well, I guess this is all that's left of it? What happened here? This is a little, like, cooking area that I made. And that's all that appears to be here anymore. There used to be a lot more. But I guess that's all. Oh, let's see. File, open. Don't save. Yeah, I guess I didn't save the rest of it for some reason, somehow. Oh, there we go. Here it is. Here's the rest of what I wanted to do with that. If you start a stream and I join it while streaming, does it create? I don't know what I don't think so. I don't know. If you start a stream and I join it while stream. I don't think so. I'd be able to just mute my output and it wouldn't. Let's see. There we go. I don't think it would do anything. Yeah, like a shop. Yeah. I was gonna make him the main character, I think. I really, if I were to like really sit down and really try to make a video game, I want to make a video like a 3D platformer like Super Mario 64 or Banjo-Kazooie, and I want to make the main character a spider because that's so intriguing to me. Like the idea of where you have almost limitless kind of like if you did like a platformer with Spider-Man, really. Like being able to throw your web at things and then swing to and from them. I don't know how you'd put too many limitations. I guess you could make surfaces you couldn't crawl on. But yeah, I think a spider as a main character for a video game, like an actual spider, is really cool. And I've yet to see that. You know, you see like, oh yeah, little animals. Sure, people love them. Not very many people love spiders. I'm just going to do this, and it's a lot easier to see. It's loading textures. Again, I made this wasn't that long ago, but back in like when AI image generation was still pretty new. And I did some like AI image generation for the logos on the products in this little store. And as soon as it loads all the textures, which actually you can see some of them down here. There we go. Oh. We got these little lemon lozenges. Like the little company, the candy company. We got these from the candy company. Sour lassos. Fruit star bits. And like the packaging, I just made that in Photoshop, and then I don't even know how. I think maybe AI generated the images of the candy. I don't remember. Sour bubbles, more lemon lozenges. What is this? A fake full roll of sponge. And I did like potato chips over here with a little potato chip mascot. Fake potato fried crisps. This was actually done with like Dolly 2. Back when it was brand new. And then I just went and looked for an image of soda in a cooler and just put it on there. Then on this side of the store, oh look, you can really see. Look at all these name brands. Little coffee shop here. Here, Control Alt Shift F. Control Shift F. View. Navigation. I want to fly. I don't want to fly, actually. I want to walk around. Walk. So yeah, so move that. Fountain drinks. Just a bunch of stuff that I made look like. There's some cola, lemon lime, cream soda, no name sodas. And then here's where I have that cooking area that I was making. I gotta An OSHA board over here. Gotta have that in the workplace. Don't want to break any laws. I think this was just gonna be like packaged waters, and now I'm lost. Got a toilet back here, and a sink and a mirror. Corner store with a K. I know you appreciate that. And then I was using like this stuff just for height, like my metrics and stuff. This is pretty much what I do when I model. I just make random things and then abandon them forever. The cups, little tables, ice machine, little coffee machine here with the logo. Camera up here. This it's can you still hear music? What is going on? Actually, this would be a cool level if you did have like a spider RPG or RPG, a spider platforming game. You come into a store and have to do stuff in here. Oh wow. I want to see what this looks like rendered. What did I do here? Oh, well. Walk, Q, E, there we go. Rendered. I think it's like a clear plastic wrap over those bottles, yeah. That takes a billion years to a space mouse. You know, I used to have one, actually. But I've moved around so much that I don't have it anymore. I don't know what happened to it. But I loved that thing. Actually, I think let me remember. I think that it might have been a gift from Peter like ages ago. Like a Christmas gift or a birthday gift or something. I I moved to Albuquerque because my friend Ray lives here and he went to school with us. And it's funny because he's like talking about how he sees Peter all over. I haven't seen Peter since like 10 years ago. And he's like, "Oh, I see him all over." And I'm like, "Oh, that's crazy." They actually, I guess they travel in the same circles, and so they interact a lot. And like, my friend's wife is, she's in a band, and Peter's, I guess, doing photography now. So he's like, "Oh, I should talk to Peter about, taking pictures of my wife's band while they're performing." And I'm like, "Oh, that would be cool." Let's see. But yeah, I did have one, a space mouse. They are very cool. The one that I had was kind of like the lower end model. Like it was very expensive. So like it's not, and it worked. It was great. But I think if I were to buy one now, I would try to get one of the bigger better ones, but I don't know. I don't want to spend that much money. Maybe they're less now. I haven't seen the price in a long time. Let's see. Um, Here's the Legos that I made. Which took a lot of experimenting to really nail. They don't even really need these little bridges here. I just thought they would help structurally, like for squeezing things off, like when you squeeze the bricks. I don't want them to possibly break where it's a little bit thinner here. But really, I don't even think they're necessary. But these work, actually. I don't know if I have any. I printed some, but then I think I gave them to a friend. Hang on, let me see. Yeah, no, I don't have any more. But they work and they're cool and they're very tight fitting. So they go together and they come apart. But some of them you've really got to give them a good tug. And then I don't know how Lego does it. I don't know, maybe they're a little bit but there's like that satisfying like snap when you put Legos together that mine don't have at all. Mine just, you fit them together, you can take them apart. They fit together and they stay together, but when you pull them apart, it just slides out. There's no like snap off or snap on. And so it's far less satisfying with these. I don't know how Lego does that. There's probably like some kind of, I don't know, maybe I don't have any actual Legos. I just modeled this from like my memory. But I'm sure there's some kind of groove or something. Maybe inside of here there's something that happens. I don't know. But I would love to be able to achieve that snap feeling that you get. Open. Don't save. Yeah, that's it for cool stuff that I have. And then it's all just like, let's see what I have here. Here, I can show you this stuff. This is all for the Albuquerque Cat Clinic stuff. Their little logo, little clips that I made for these would slide into connect this stuff, like, let's see. So this is like the alcohol holder. There were 2 bars on the ultrasound cart, and then so you could attach, let's see, you could attach these little guys, which these are older models. This is before I connected it here because I was like, oh man, that's weak. So let's see, is this an older one? Yeah, this is a modern one. And then these just slide down on top in case they ever needed to. Really? Oh, that sucks. It's been so long that I would feel awkward trying to reach out to him and talk. I don't have any social media, and we didn't exactly part on the best terms. Not bad terms, I guess, but not on the best. But and so I don't know. It would feel weird reaching out to him. If I run into him organically, that'll be cool. But that hasn't happened yet. I'm sure it will, since he runs in the same circles as my friend, and I mostly hang out with that guy. So let's see. And then here's just like little pieces that I made. This is to hold the ultrasound probe. This is for like the gel that they use. And then I was gonna print anything, like I was making cord, like things to wrap the cords on over here. And this was still all just figuring it out, but I guess they don't need it anymore, so this is kind of I'll hold on to this just in case they get it back and working, but right now that ultrasound doesn't work, so they don't even need any of this. Where are you at now, Carl? Are you in Arizona still? I believe that's where I last heard you had been. Do. I'll show you some of my more fun. Really, just creating materials has been what I do in Blender for fun now. Like building asset libraries. I have like Gummy Bear. This one's cool. Oh, it's not in the right render engine. It doesn't look bad in this render engine though. Let's leave it in this for a minute. So this one's really cool because you get when you duplicate it, different colors with each version. And if you look at it in this render engine, it's very much like a gummy material. Let's see. I have like car paint as well. So we can come over here. And I really like the car paint one I made. Let's bring this light closer. Uh, Nothing really happened. Whenever I was a roommate with him, I don't know. It was like right before him and Whitney split up, and right before he moved to Albuquerque. I guess I don't know. Maybe he just kind of had like a little bit of a meltdown or something. But he had asked me one time if I would. He said that if I went to get my CDL, if I got a CDL and became like a truck driver, he wouldn't even charge me rent, and I was like, I don't want to get a CDL, and so I was like, I was just happy doing my job, and just I don't know. I guess I didn't have a whole lot of aspirations for the future, but I was happy doing my job, and I was paying him, and I was like, if you want me to pay more rent, I'll pay more rent, but I just don't want to. Iowa, that's crazy. I don't know how far behind the. I'm sorry if I'm like completely ignoring you. I think the chat's a little bit behind because Iowa just popped up for me. Um, but yeah, it wasn't. He was like telling me something. I was talking to him about something about YouTube because I was really big into making content on YouTube at that time, and I wanted to like in the backyard. I wanted to build like this little set thing, like just a wall, and paint it with like my YouTube themed colors, which is like that blue color that I have, and he freaked out and he was like uh, talking about how like my being there wasn't super helpful, and I was like, man, if I'm hurting you guys, he didn't kick me out or anything like that, but he like me being the person that I am, I didn't want to be there with him feeling that I was detrimental to his and Whitney's relationship or any situation going on. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go. And so I, within that week, I basically left, and then I ended up moving to Texas for a while. But that's kind of how it went, and I had seen him after that because I was staying with Whitney's parents for a little bit. They were gonna drive me to my sister's house, and then my sister was like, "Oh man, if you stay here, you're doomed." So Whitney's parents were like, "Hey, you can stay with us for a while until you get on their feet." And then they moved to Texas, and then I got an apartment in Texas, and then they moved back to New Mexico. I'm not sure where, but that's kind of what happened. And while I was staying with Whitney's parents in Texas, they had the dog, and Peter came over to get the dog, and so I talked with Peter a bit. We had some cool talks, and so we were not angry at each other or anything. It's just a weird way that I left. It was a weird situation. I'm not sure what happened, why he was so frustrated with me, but maybe he just didn't feel that I was living up to my potential. I don't know, but it was a weird situation, and it's over now. It's 10 years old. I'm not upset about it. I don't know if he is. But it would be weird for me to just reach out like nothing happened. For me, at least, I would feel weird about it. I don't know if he would. But yeah, that is the situation. So Iowa, that's crazy. I that's actually I have a so Safelite, like the Safelite headquarters is in Ohio, and there's a lot of people that I work with that live in Ohio and Iowa. So that I don't know, it's weird how small the world seems whenever it's all connected. But yeah, this paint material is really cool. You can really do some cool. I have a couple of like car paints too. Let's see, materials, paint, car paint. I have like this two-tone one. And so it's really good about mixing colors. Uh, I, I don't. I guess he just wanted me to make more money, and I don't know why. Cause like I was making enough, and like I said, I did tell him that if he wanted me to pay him, cause I had the smaller. Me and Julian were living in his house, and I had the smaller room, And he's like, well, you can pay less rent. And I was like, okay, because I had a smaller room, and my room also didn't have a door. So he was like, you can pay less rent. And I was like, okay. And so I was fine with that, and he seemed fine with it. And then I did tell him, like, whenever he was talking to me about stuff like that, I'd be like, hey man, if ever you want me to pay more rent for my room, I'm more than happy to do it. I'll pay you as much as I can reasonably and still afford food. Um, and he was like, no, it's cool, man. And then one day he was just like, oh, he freaked out a little bit. He was really upset about it. And the whole week after that first incident until I left, he didn't have anything to say to me. He didn't say a single word to me. It was really weird. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know what I did to upset him. I don't know if it was anything that I did. Uh, he was just really upset. And then, like, a few weeks later, they moved to Albuquerque. Literally 2 weeks, I think, later, they moved to Albuquerque. And I was like, well, what was the whole point of like having me? Well, he didn't have me leave, so I left of my own accord. But like, I was like, man, that's weird. And then they got separated, and then I hadn't really heard anything about him for so long until I moved back to Albuquerque. And then also when he came to get um Maya, it was Maya. I forgot why we had her. But we had Maya for a while, and apparently she'd gotten out one time and ran like all over this little town in Texas. They got her, they went and they found her, and then she had a seizure on my bed, and I was freaked out. I was like, I don't know what to do. And then Peter came and got her, and then that's the last time I like interacted with Peter. The metal one here, this one's really cool. Let's see, Firestone. The food ones, these are crazy. This is like, oh, that's just apple stem. So this is like apple. Let me bring this light. So this is like an apple texture. And this is all completely like editable. What is this one? Pickle? Oh, that's, okay, this is my bad attempt at a pickle. Oh, okay. Don't go to Iowa. Got it. I've always wanted to move to Maine. Maine is like the Texas of the North. And I love cooler weather, and it'd be cool to live like a drivable distance from New York City. Like I think you can get to New York City from Maine in like 2 or 3 hours. And it's also just really green up there. I don't know. I've always had a fascination with the East Coast as well. Here's the good pickle texture. I'll let that clear up a little bit. This one takes forever. It's got subsurface scattering, so. Yeah, I don't even know. When I think of Iowa, I think of farming. Same. Ohio, I think of what is that movie? Big Fish. So Ohio, I get kind of. It's probably really dumb, but I get nice thoughts when I think of Ohio just because of Big Fish. But yeah, Maine is like my dream state. Just to like buy a house with maybe like just 4 acres, 2 acres even of land, and just somewhere kind of quiet and wooded. Just live in a little foresty area. And then when it snows 8 feet, you're trapped in your house for a week. Gummy bear. And then I've got sugar cookie. I don't know what this looks like. I don't remember. Well, it's big. That's not great. Never mind. I don't like that. I need to work on that one. Then I've got tortilla. This is when I remember starting this. This is my tortilla material. That's not too bad. I'm pretty proud of that. That doesn't look horrible. And like all of these materials are just like nodes. Let's see, shader editor. This is that tortilla texture. It just uses like generated patterns and then colors. Oh yeah? Man, Nate, I remember Nate, man. That dog. Oh, that dog. Is yours as frustrating as Nate was sometimes? He was a sweet dog. But man, I remember I was house sitting one time and I poured him some food back in the kitchen and I went to the front to like play some games. And I guess he just wanted to hang out with me and eat at the same time. I don't know. He managed to carry his food bowl all the way into the living room, where then he decided that none of the food belonged in the bowl. And he just after carrying it through the house, flipped the bowl over in the living room and just made a huge mess. And I was like, why would you do this? Gotta love that dog though. He was a cool dog. I don't know if if Peter still has him or not or what. I don't know. It's been a while. But Huskies are ornery. Yeah, yeah. Albuquerque is much better than Carlsbad. Carlsbad is way too hot. But even Albuquerque, I mean, we're still having like days in the 80s in October, which isn't horrible, especially in modern times with global warming really affecting things. But yeah, if I could just where it snows more than once a year or something, that would be nice. In Carlsbad, you'd be lucky to get snow. And in Albuquerque, it seems like it snows maybe, I don't know, I've only lived here for one Christmas season, but we only got like maybe 2 snows if I'm counting some of them. And also I really enjoy the rain. And it doesn't rain here that often either. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it for my textures. Oh yeah, the wood stuff. This is fun. It's not super impressive, but like wood flooring, I'll throw this on here so it looks more. Actually, that's pretty good. I'm proud of that. It's got a nice graininess whenever you see the light bounce off of it. Oh, that's cool. I know if you remember, Julian kept one of the puppies from Nate and Maya, and he named it Obi. That dog. Oh. That dog was a mess. Oh, yeah. That's sad, but it's been a while. They are dogs. They don't live super long. I've seen people who have Chihuahuas, though, for like 25 years, and I'm like, how do you do that? Why would you do that? Let's see, here's the, like, jade tile. That's less impressive. I'm not as happy with that. That doesn't even look like tile. What was I thinking? Maybe it's a scale. Let's go up. Up is where I want to go. I can't even see the tiling. Yeah, I agree. I love snow. I lived in Oklahoma City for a lot of my life, and it snowed relatively often there. So I miss like good snows. Maybe if I'd never lived somewhere where it snowed decently, I wouldn't care as much as I do about snow, but especially like pre like when it snows and it goes away just fine and it's not just gross icy slushy gray awful snow. When it's like the light fluffy fun snow, that's nothing beats it. Like pre-Christmas snow is always good. It always seems in January is when you get the snow that you're just like, okay, I'm ready for spring and summer. Fabric, and then I have these. Let's see, cloths. I have this one. This is what I used for if you saw that video with like all the candy. Where's that light? What? That is weird. That's some weird stuff going on there. I don't know. I don't understand what's happening with that. I need to work a little more on some of these materials. Here's leather. This one I actually followed a tutorial for. But it's still really cool. And complete, you can have whatever color leather you want. Get some like green leather in there. Oh, like noise color. Better change that to like a... There we go. Yeah, I agree. Chihuahuas are the worst dogs. If I were to get a pet now, I'd probably get a cat just because cats are easier to take care of. But if I were to get a dog, I think I would want a pit bull just because all of the pit bulls that I've known in my life are the best dogs in the world. And people have a lot of crap to talk about pit bulls, but man, are they sweet. Like I've seen them get a little like I've also like the owners of the pit bulls that I knew. Um, they all took really good care of them and weren't and like were smart about the way they introduced them to other dogs. And I've seen them get a little aggressive with other dogs at times, but nothing more than your other even big dogs. Some I've seen Labradors be pretty rough with other big dogs. But like that said, like I've that dogs are the only ones that I've ever seen a pit bull get too aggressive with or slightly aggressive with. I think pit bulls catch a bad rap. I won't say that they're harmless animals, but I think they catch a bad rap, and I don't think it's fair. Because they definitely love people, and they are adorable. I'll never get a Chihuahua. It has to be, if I get a Chihuahua, it has to be like a super cute Chihuahua, and it has to be a quiet Chihuahua, and it can't be aggressive because Chihuahuas are the most aggressive breed that I've ever seen. Let's see. I'm just gonna model some kind of plant. They I wouldn't be shocked if Chihuahuas did actually make a deal with the devil. There was a time I was looking for I even it's illegal to own them in New Mexico, but uh oh now I can't remember what they're called. I would really love to own one. It's not a dog. What are they called? Let's see. Uh, I can't believe I forgot. A capybara. I uh, I legitimately looked into buying one. Of course I'd probably get two, but they're very social creatures. But man, it'd be cool to own a capybara. Yeah, that sounds like a cat. My friend that lives here in Albuquerque, like he works at the cat clinic. He has a cat too, and that cat is just the biggest jerk in the world. Honestly, I think that cats are very similar to huskies, and, and they're like oh how would I phrase it their I don't give a shit demeanor. They're just kind of like, hey, I'm gonna do my thing, and you're gonna accept that. Cats more so than huskies though, and cats sometimes just they have like a like the nature of like, what are you gonna do about it as well. Whereas huskies are, I think it's just because they're kind of just big dumb guys. Cats are maniacal. Let's rotate around the 3D cursor. Let's make that one a little bit smaller. Even smaller. We'll rotate it Let's see. And normal. That's not gonna work either. There we go. Yeah, I haven't had a pet myself in I don't know, since I guess technically it would be since I was living in Texas. Yeah, capybaras, that's why I want them is because they're such chill animals and they're so friendly with everything. You could own like I've seen pictures of capybaras riding alligators across rivers. It blows my mind. I've really seen like legitimate pictures of it though. I don't know how they're chill with everything. Nothing cares. And then there's like birds that just kind of go on rides on capybaras. Cats are cool with capybaras. Capybaras are like just the chillest animal. It'd be cool to own one, and I think a lot of people, because I like to talk about them a lot, that I really want one, and a lot of people are like, oh, that thing is ugly. They're like the cutest things in the world to me, and they're like giant. Who doesn't want a giant rodent in their house? There's another animal that looks very much like a capybara, but is apparently way more aggressive. And I forgot the name of that one. That one has a weird name. It sounds like a disease. Let's see. What is that thing called? I think it starts with a P and ends with an Isha sound or something. Oh, nutria. Nutria. That's what they're called. Nutria are like giant rats. Capybaras are an animal all by themselves. But yeah, nutria. Those things they're cool looking. They're giant rats. They kind of look like capybara, but they're also pretty aggressive. And apparently they roam wild in Florida and are a big problem. Let me see here. But yeah, I would love to own a capybara. But it's illegal in New Mexico, so I can't. Is it illegal in Maine? If you can own a capybara in Maine, I am moving to Maine if you can own a capybara in Maine. It probably is. Oh no, you need a permit. Oh man. There's another reason. Gosh. Where is that? I just need a map of what states allow you to own a capybara. Yeah, that doesn't bother me, like their coarse hair. I yeah, yeah, that's lawful neutral. I could agree with that. Yeah, and the coarse hair, like I'm trying to. I've definitely I've felt an animal like what I've never interacted with a capybara before, but I know that there's animals that I felt like that their fur and their hair and it's the way I imagine capybara to be, but I can't think of what animal it was. I know that kangaroos are I don't think their hair is super coarse, but they're not super like careful about cleaning their fur, and so it's a little bit like weirder feeling. And so I kind of think of it that way, but there's another animal I'm trying to remember where it's like just little wires coming out of their body. But yeah, I don't mind coarse hair. I think the one thing I would need to do if I got a capybara. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean they do look pretty similar. I think having looked at so many capybaras, like the face structure of a capybara is much more box-like. But I was talking to my friends at work about getting a capybara, and one of them was like, "Oh, that's so ugly. It's just a giant rat." I was like, "They don't even really look like rats. Like they're rodents. They look like rodents, but they don't look like rats. Their nose is so tall." Let's take some vertices out of here. Oh, one. Let's go to global. And also median point. Florida is another state that for a very small amount of time I thought about living in. I'd visited Florida a couple times, but I don't think I would ever want to live in Florida. I think Maine is the place for me. Porcupine. I've never interacted with a porcupine either. Uh, honestly, there's a lot of animals that I haven't. Like I've never interacted with a raccoon. I've interacted with like coyotes before. Um, oh, you know what it is? Like pigs. Pigs' hairs on their bodies. Very coarse. Very bristly. That's what it was. During high school I had a friend who had a pig that lived under his porch. What did I do? Let's see. I don't even know what this thing is gonna look like. Let's see, space shear. That's not working like I wanted it to. That was wrong. That's not what I want to do. I don't think I've ever actually I don't think I've ever even seen like a skunk. I've definitely smelled a skunk. And I've known people who had like skunks roaming around their houses. But I don't think I've ever even seen a skunk. And another thing which surprises me whenever I was living in Alamogordo, is like before I moved to Carlsbad, I was in Alamogordo and we lived out in the middle of nowhere. And I would just roam the desert. I'd go in all kinds of ravines and stuff, and I would just, all day go. We dig holes and come back and dig the holes deeper. Never did I ever come across a rattlesnake, which that blows my mind. Like I 100% should have at least seen a rattlesnake, but it never happened. Later on in life, it did, but like for the multiple years where almost every day I was just running around the desert, never saw a rattlesnake. Not until I was an adult did I ever come across a rattlesnake in the wild, which I guess makes me a pretty fortunate person. Let's see, I want that one. And it doesn't, it's not doing what I want it to do. Let's see, settings. Do, 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 do. Okay, there we go. There we go. Bring the chat back on. I accidentally made it disappear. I would love to be near a porcupine. I don't know how aggressive they are with their like spiking people. That scares me a little bit. But I've seen skunks. Skunks, I think if a skunk would be a cool pet if it wasn't ever afraid of you. They're really cute and they do cute little things. Um Raccoon's another one that I would love to have as a pet if it wasn't caught from the wild. Because that seems like it could turn bad real quick. I don't know. Skunks, though, I've seen a lot of videos of skunks where they're just like, they do their little threat thing where they pounce on the ground for a little bit and then they run around like crazy. That's really cute. Let's see. I want to make this like this. Like right there. No, not like right there. That's wrong. That's all wrong. What? Right there. And we'll do this. Actually, just to kind of get the idea of what we're making here. All right. Preview. And we'll turn down the specularity a little bit. We'll turn roughness up just a little bit. And then what else? I think that's pretty good for now. I want to make this a little darker. And then we'll make a new one. Here. Here. And I'm going to come down here. We'll make this like this orangish color. And then we'll make this like a yellow or an orange. Yeah, like that. And assign it. And then we'll come out here, we'll shade smooth, rendered. Hey, look at that little thing. We're now rendering in cycles. There we go. It's almost something. It doesn't look great. Oh yeah, I their raccoons are also like, yeah, super cute, but they scare me too. I don't know why. I've seen a guy who has a pet raccoon, and it's adorable and it's super temperate, and I don't know. Like in my mind, I associate wild raccoons with rabies, and so when I think about having one as a pet, it makes me nervous. But it would be cool for sure. My mom had birds, and I never want to own any kind of bird. Never, never, never. I've seen like there's like some YouTubers that I watch that they had, well, they do, oh, well, that's not gonna work. They had parrots. They had an African gray for a while, but it passed. But and that seems cool. It's less annoying than a lot of other birds, but it's a lot of responsibility too. That's almost a kid. And then the other birds are they're just no thank you. My mom had cockatiels, just like little parrot-like birds. And they were just so noisy, always screeching about something. Oh, that's weird. I messed that up real bad. A change. Okay, let's see. I guess the best way to do it would be to start with that. Let's just model about it and worry about other stuff later. Hi, this is, I don't know, just modeling. I'm just modeling, whatever. I am streaming on different platforms, and so if I end up saying something, it's directed at someone probably in a different platform. But yeah, so I'm just modeling whatever. It's nothing specific. And someone just suggested a chain chomp, and I want to try to get that modeled. I don't know where to start. I forgot what a chain chomp looks like. I'm gonna have to Google it. Chain chomp. Yeah, okay, Pac-Man, just like I thought. Let's see. This is what I kind of want to go for. Let's see. I don't know if I can do this. Image editor, Control V. Does that work? Can I drag and drop? Or will I have to save it? Oh, can't do that. Okay, well. Save image as. Let's see. And then come over here and we'll go to image, open, and I did it in Blender stuff. Here we go. There we go, look. Do something like that with a little bit more. Honestly, especially here lately, I've been cheating a little bit with my STLs. And I'm gonna see how this works out and see if it. We'll even slice it here and see how it slices. And hopefully I can do this a super lazy way. Because if there's anything that I love to do stuff super lazy ways. So let's do this, and let's do this, and do this. Not that. This. And let's select all the inside here. I think there's a good tool for this. Inset. Yeah. I don't use this tool very often, so I'm not 100% on how it works. Actually, that's not bad. That's pretty good. We'll scale on the x-axis. And then also just scale a little bit on the y-axis, and then I'll move it back on the y-axis. That's not too bad. That might be a little bit I don't know. We'll see. And then what I want to do is add the teeth, which actually let me add the eyeballs. Let's just take, let's get back to this tool. The eyeball is really close to the mouth. Let's take that. Shift E, duplicate, P, selection, so it separates it from my mesh. And then I'm gonna, let's see. Oh, also, Carl, if you were wondering who I was talking to a minute ago, yeah, exactly. I just saw your question pop up as I was explaining it. I'm also streaming on Twitch. I'm like streaming on both at the same time. So if I end up talking to someone different, that's where it would be. And someone just asked, "What's this?" I don't know if they're still watching the stream or not. But yeah, I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube because Twitch just recently changed their rules that allows you to do multiple. I probably would have never gotten dinged for it, never gotten in trouble because I don't make money on Twitch. So I don't have any kind of contract or anything at all with them. But they just made it not against the rules to stream on multiple platforms. So I was like, well, why not start streaming on both at the same time when I do a stream? So I'm streaming on both. Let's see. I want to make this more. Let's get these and bring them down here. These and bring them up here. And this and this and this and this. We'll scale that in. Huh, that's not working good. Oh well, it's not super important. I have a plan for it. That's much more circular. Oh, for the inset? I mean, I don't mind going over here. I'm not super about I don't know the word I want to use. Let's go back to the normal here. There we go. Look at that. Let's make that a little bit bigger. This is some weird looking stuff. It doesn't, something looks wrong about it. Okay, let's 3. And then I want to go G on the Z, and then extrude this one, make it smaller. Let's see. That's unnerving. It varies. I don't stream super often. I uh, a couple months ago I was trying to like stream like once a week, and I saw I'd get for Twitch I for being a no one on Twitch I'd get some decent views. Um, I'd have sometimes like maybe 6 or 7 people watching at one time, if I was lucky. But honestly, I don't even know. Like right now, I there's someone in Twitch who's still commenting and stuff. Uh, but I don't really pay attention to views that often. And I don't I have lately been streaming on Twitch more often than YouTube. But now I'm just gonna stream on both. I even thought about starting like a Kick account and streaming on Kick as well, just so I can have as many views as possible. Not because it sounds like it's to the contrary of what I was saying before. I don't care about how many views I have, but if I did get more views and for some random reason what I was doing blew up, uh, that I wouldn't be opposed to it. So I do want to get views, but I don't necessarily care. I kind of just do what I do just for fun. I think whenever I was younger and really into like 3D modeling but had no idea about anything about 3D modeling, finding something like what I'm doing here, just somebody who's not great at it doing it, that would have been a cool thing to come across. And so that's kind of what I want to do, is just maybe somebody who wants to make video games but has never heard of the resources, isn't super knowledgeable about stuff like that, comes across and they see me doing this and they can ask me questions, and I can tell them what's up, tell them, hey, Blender's free. There are a lot of free resources that'll allow you to make what you want to make, and get out there and do it. That's all it takes. I mean, I'm not super good at it, but here I am doing it. So that's what it's really about for me. And if views come with that, that's super awesome. That's amazing. But if they don't, then I'm still just here doing that because I think one day maybe somebody might come along and be like, "Oh, you really helped me find my dream." And that would be sick. Let's see. Now I want to add some teeth, and I'm just going to do this. I'm going to keep doing this like I'm doing it. Let's see. I want to do the same way I did those creepy eyes. I don't like the eyes. The eyes look more like a chew. A choo-choo? What are they called in Zelda? The choo-choos? It looks like those eyes. I don't like that at all. We'll fix it later. This is going to be the teeth. I don't know if I need to come down another one. I think I should. And then we'll just, let's see, Shift-E. Then we'll do this one. Probably do this one a little bit bigger. Let's see, there we go. Shift-E. I don't like that. Control-Z. We'll get all these, but then, yeah, no, that adds up. I might actually redo let's do it this way. And then we'll select this guy over here and delete it. And then do this. Oh, well, that was not what I meant to do. P selection. Okay. And now I can go to, and we'll just straight up, oh, what the heck? I messed it up. Okay, that's what I did. There we go. L, H, yeah. L, L, P. There we go. 2, and we'll grab these guys. That's not what I want to do. So we'll go 1. Can I slide both of these guys on that? No, I can't. Okay, well, this is just the way it's going to have to be. There we go. Let's do it this way so I can see the shape. Alt H. I think I know how I'm gonna do this. I'm trying to make it like very plush, like since you want to make like a stress ball. Oh yeah, also that's one thing about one of the reasons my printer is like a cheaper printer. It's PLA, so it's a PLA printer. Which PLA isn't bad. I think it, when 3D printing first came out, ABS was like all anyone was talking about. Like it was the best printing media. But nowadays I think a lot of people are printing with PLA more so than, let's see what I'm doing here. I'm breaking this. More so than with ABS, at least. More and definitely more than whenever I first started. But yeah, the rubberish material, that sounds cool. I'm just gonna keep doing this what I was doing over there. I've always wanted a printer with 2 print heads so that I could, there's that dissolvable, oh this looks like trash. There's that dissolvable material that like you can dissolve with water, I think, and use that for supports. That would be amazing. I hate cleaning up model. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna make it fat. Okay. And we'll go ahead and do this. Hey, and then we'll do this. Also do this. There we go. I just want to. So this is I don't know if it's a great practice for printing, but it's the way I've been doing stuff a lot lately. Oh, that's not good. To combine things rather than actually, huh? Rather than actually have them all be the same mesh, yeah, exactly. I enjoy it. And honestly, I always thought that PLA, especially considering that the last time I was really big into 3D printing was when it was all about ABS and no one cared at all about PLA. I always thought PLA was like super brittle and that it would, break on you in like an instant. But like everything I printed, it holds up really well. Even the tools and stuff that I printed. I mean, I broke my little toilet paper roller thing, but I was applying some extreme force on there. And they're really thin little ridges that I had. But like I did like, oh, you know what? I dropped that toilet paper roll thing. Let me come back on camera here. So, oh man, now that's broken. Okay, well, up here, and you can see Batman over here. I've had that for years. This thing, I can stand on this. Like I put, I kind of dyed the top, but you can't really tell it's yellow. I really want to paint this. I love this thing. Interesting fact about the Nintendo 64 logo. There are 64 vertices and faces. I thought it blows my mind, and I've made it multiple times. I made it one time. I forgot how I made it, but I think I was like looking at a guide on how Nintendo made it, and then when I found out that there were 64 faces and vertices, I was like, that can't just be a coincidence. Nintendo made it a specific way so that it would have that many, just to be weird and quirky Nintendo. But then I modeled it myself, just freeform without any kind of thing, just knowing what I know about the logo itself. And there's no way to model this thing, and there's no good way to model this without coming to 64 vertices and faces. So I was like, okay, that's such a neat coincidence that the Nintendo 64 logo has 64 vertices. It blew my mind, really. I was like, that's really cool. But yeah, I really want to paint that with the appropriate colors. I learned a lot about the Nintendo 64 logo whenever I printed that. There we go. Gosh, I hate this eye. I'm going to fix that. I don't like that at all. Just bring everything down. Yeah, oh, well, that's a little bit better. Okay, we'll do this. Just make it a little bit more we go. And then maybe I can do this. And then, let's see. Now it looks like a nipple, but we're getting somewhere. This needs to be much bigger. And I think from here what I'll do is just get rid of... Yeah, that would be cool. I've come across it when I was just looking for stuff to print. I printed, back to camera really quick. Another thing that I printed, let's see. This didn't work so well because it's kind of a bad design, but let's see. I always lose my cursor when I'm trying to do this. Oh, my nose. Cam. There we go. So I printed this thing with like this. And see the thinness here really, it just it isn't great, but it's for holding headphones. And I have a lamp on my desk, and I just made a little hanger so my headset sits on this. I have that, and I hang it on put it on my lamp right there, and it just sits there, and I can hang my headset up. Oh yeah, that's another thing I've always wanted to do is get like an airbrush and paint stuff. I mean, I'm gonna stick with acrylic paint for now. Let me get Batman up here. I dropped him and one of his ears broke off because it was so tiny, but like, I don't know, it's not too bad. It would be much nicer if he was airbrushed. And it was a hasty paint job if you look real close at his face. But it's pretty cool. And it came out great. It looks fantastic. So I got this little Batman up here. I really want to do a whole bunch of Pokemon and I have a tiny apartment. I just have a studio apartment, and so I just want to have Pokemon all over the place. It would be really cool. But yeah, airbrush, that's something I've thought about getting. I really want to also, watching Craftsman and stuff, and then all the dice channels that I watch, I really want to get, hang on, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go, I'll be right back. I am a little bit of a diceaholic. Like, I have this weird obsession with dice. I just like dice a lot since I was a kid. And there's nothing in here. I have actually made some resin dice. And I've even, when I was looking for the 3D files, I've even printed the dice that I wanted to sell. Which I think I could sell these 3D printed ones. Here's one that I printed and painted. And even polished, so it looks really. Let me also, actually, I'll just use this light. So this is it's not exactly the greatest. It's in a little bit of a rough condition right now. And then like I kind of over sanded it. You can't tell. It's got like a little monkey. You can see it pretty good there. That would be like my logo, and this is the one. Here's like 5 and 4. A neat little die. And that one's just 3D printed. Here's another one. You might do a white one. Be able to see the monkey better on this one. Yeah, house tour. I mean, it's kind of messy, but really all it takes to do a house tour is there's a bunch of mess over here. My computer desk, which is crazy messy. Miles O'Brien, because heck yes, Star Trek. This side of my desk, which is also super messy. There's my bed. That's a big fan on my bed. And then over here, I've got a bunch of stuff in my one chair. There's my front door. That's my bathroom. There's a wall here. There's a closet behind that wall. That's my lamp. Then back there is my kitchen. There's a bright window over there. That's my refrigerator behind my 3D printer. And that's my whole apartment. There's my shower and everything back there. But yeah, that's it. My TV, bunch of nonsense, my Switch. Yep, window. But yeah, and then like here's some of the. This is actually my first attempt at using resin to create like the 3D printed dice that I made, and it's ugly and bubbly, and like has a lot of see that corner there where I had like the I can't. It's been so long since I've done it. I can't remember the words. I have a horrible memory. And then the bubbles on the 6 here, you can, I don't know. Hopefully it'll focus. Pull focus. Let me move it in front of my face. Well, anyway, yeah, so that's that. And then some of the first. Oh, here's another one. This one is actually, I don't know, it's not that great. Set of dice with Klingon, like the Klingon logo, or whatever. I don't know if it's a logo. They're not a company, but like those triangles. Another resin dice that I made. I really had this cool idea where I would create just different styles of dice and sell them as sets. Like there would be just like the standard, like where you have sharp corners and stuff like that, and then I had like these ones that had like a chipped off corner and stuff. Here's another one that I did in the style of like the ones that I wanted to sell. I really need to get back on this, but this one I didn't paint it or anything. It's just got like a I wish that it would focus. But this one I did a lot of cool. I bought a lot of like foils, like the gold foil and stuff, and so I've really, and then here's some that so how did I make this? I think that I just got like some clay and roughly shaped a die. This was like my first ever resin pour attempt dice. And they're much larger. Like if you compare to, so these are like standard sized like D&D dice right here. And then this one, and I have a bunch of these big ones that I made. Oh, companion key, that would be cool. That'd be awesome. So I'm just gonna pull my camera and then do this. So these are all the like my first attempt at dice making, really. And I did like it's a resin pour and everything. They're not horrible, I guess, especially for a first attempt with very little knowledge about resin or creating molds. And then there's well, I was gonna see if you could see my headset hook up there, but let's see. I'm gonna try to get all these resin ones that are made from my actual like branded dice. Yeah. So here's all my like branded dice. See if we can get that logo up. But yeah. Oh yeah. Like so you'd want like the words or like Klingon numbers. I've never seen Klingon numbers. I don't know what that looks like. This I think this one was 3D printed. The weight of it feels 3D printed. And I really messed up the paint job on this one. That 6 though. Oh no, this is 3D printed. That 6 looks like resin, but this was 3D printed. I really polished the shit out of these, so I can't tell. There's no print lines at all. And then I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't have anything else. I think I could sell the 3D printed ones though. They're not bad quality. Like here's a white one that's like blue. I'd have to like print the wall with the face on it extra thick though. That 6 looks good. Let's see. And that's also another thing that I did. I wanted these dice to be just ultra readable. A lot of dice, you know, they have like the tiny little numbers on them. So I was like, well, I'm gonna make these things just as readable as sin. Oh yeah, I love watching Evan and Kaylin stuff. They're hilarious. They're very funny people. They're super chill, super nice seeming people. I don't know them, but when I watch them, they make They make my heart feel good. and that's content I want to watch. And they do really fun, weird stuff. Yeah, just like Craftsman. I love Craftsman so much. Like, dude, that guy is just the nicest guy in the world. Again, don't know him, but there's no way that guy has a mean bone in his body. I've kind of spoken with him one time in his comments section. Let's see. Another thing I really want to do is I got into sewing. I don't know if I have it. It's probably crazy dusty. But I didn't make this one. I bought this. But I want to make dice bags. I have this one. Of course I didn't. Look at how nice it is. Of course I didn't make it. I'm going to go see if I can. I'll be right back again. I'm going to see if I can grab the dice bag that I made. Like, also the first ever thing I've ever sewn. So, hang on. Yeah, it's real dusty. And I made this back in like 2020. And I was actually, yeah, Munchkin up here. I love Munchkin. It's a great game. Let's see. It's inside out right now, so I want to flip it back the right way around. It's so linty and dusty. So in 2020, that's whenever my life kind of started really descending. I was homeless and living in my car for a year. And then that happened. I ended up moving into my car in 2019, and I was working. I still had a job, and I was living in my car working, and then the lockdown happened, and I was living in my car. I did not know. And this was one of the things I did to kill time. It's really dirty, but this little dice bag, which it did have 2 little pull strings coming out of this little. And this is hand sewn. It's really messily hand sewn, but it's red on the inside. It's got this cool little red bead. And it's got like a hard bottom. It's a cool little dice bag I made. I really wanted to do this as well. I might start this back up too. I don't know. But yeah, I did this during the lockdown. Did a lot of sewing. I learned how to sew during the lockdown. I was stuck in a car for very many hours of the day and nowhere to go because everywhere was closed down, and no money because I was dumb and didn't try to get on whatever it's called whenever you lose your job. And this is my second copy of Munchkin because when I had to move into my car, I lost like all kinds of stuff. And I had the Munchkin when I owned it before. I had the decks for my Munchkin were. I had so many expansions. This one has like 2 or 3 expansions right now. I need to buy more, but I spent a lot of money on Munchkin. I also have, let's see if I can pull those out. Where are they at? Are they in this box? Here's like all my dice. They're kind of arranged by color here. They feel like they're in this box. This is a heavy box. They're in this box then. Yeah, there they are. I have these super dumb, super expensive metal dice that weigh like, hang on, I'll just pull them all out and show them in my hand like I did before. And these are actually like Dungeons and Dragons branded. I still have the box for them. And the D6 is somewhere else right now, but I do still have the D6. These are really nice, but they were like $50, and my dumb addiction to dice is why I bought them. They weigh a freaking ton. And then you can see the D&D logo there. But yeah, I have a real dice problem. I want to get even more. Like I said before I ended up, moving into my car and stuff, I had way more dice. I had to kind of restart everything. I have this cool little thing that I bought at Barnes and Noble. It's like a test tube with like goo colored dice inside. And this is the box for the metal dice. But yeah, I used to have like big D20s that, and like if you rolled a 20, it would like light up stuff. A lot of novelty dice. I had I had like little just spherical dice with ball bearings inside of them, and they were shaped so that when you rolled them, they would specifically land on one of the numbers. Blender. There we go. I have a real dice problem. This is really looking like a nipple right now. I think the only thing I've ever bought from a YouTuber was Adam Savage. No, it wasn't Adam Savage. It was Adam Savage likes this guy though. It was like this I don't know how to describe his channel. He does like a lot of tool reviews, and he does a lot of like machining and stuff. And he released a do-it-yourself ruler that was actually a little PCB board that also had like a flashlight, and like it was the coolest little tool. And it had like he would measure a lot of stuff by nut hairs, and so like He had a little nut hair gauge on there. That was a cool little ruler. And then you wired it all the little electronics that it had up yourself. This is looking much better now. Much less nipple-like. That's much better. I don't want 3, I want 2. And now, this looks like it does 3 teeth on each side. Or no, it just has a middle one. Okay, I see what they're doing. It actually, it closes. They're matching that pattern. Okay. I do adore Craftsman though. I think that guy is one of my heroes. So this one's pretty short, so we'll do that, Shift D, and then, oh gee, what is that? Okay. We'll do these. Shift D. And it's just one middle tooth, I guess. That disturbs me. I don't like one middle tooth. Shift D. All right. H. Oh wait. Shift D. H. Yeah, AV, that's who it is. That is exactly who it is. That's his name. I don't know why I didn't grab those, but okay, let's go L, 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 and P. Yeah, he had a little ruler. That's the only thing I've ever bought from a YouTuber. I know Adam Savage from Mythbusters is selling. I'm gonna do this one a little bit different. Adam Savage from Mythbusters is selling his the tattoo he has on his forearm is of a ruler, and he has like little temporary tattoos that he's selling that are of his tattoo, which that's pretty cool as well. Like that's such a cool idea for a tattoo. And so to sell like little temporary tattoos of the same exact one, that's awesome. Let's bring that up a little bit. Bring that up a little bit. Bring that up a little bit. That looks pretty good. I kind of like that way more than the other way. Let's see. What is going on here? See, you watch all the good YouTube channels, man. There we go. His teeth are so wide. Alt H, and then this one I'm going to do way differently. And we'll apply a mirror modifier. Oh, nope, not that. Mirror, there we go. Look at that. And a normal individual G on the Z, E, E, scale down. Oh, let's do clipping here. Should have realized. There we go. Okay, so let's not do this one right now. Okay, and now we'll do this one. Actually, one, cursor to selected, and 3D cursor 3. Yes. Why is it pulling all of that like that? That's all right. How's that look? A scalp tattoo. I mean, I don't know. You could see in the webcam, I'm close to my hair all falling out. I cannot for the life of me accept it though. Like, let's see. Back to camera. I hate this. There we go. Look at that. I have a friend who's telling me all the time, like, oh man, you should just shave your head bald. I can't. I know that it's bad. But I can't get rid of it. One time I went to have my hair cut, and I was like, the lady was like, what do you want to do with the top? And I was like, I can't cut it. and bless her heart, she was the sweetest lady. She was like, oh yeah, I can definitely see some new growth here. I'm like, oh, you don't you don't have to. Oh man. But yeah, I'm almost to the point where a scalp tattoo would be something I could get and display a tattoo with. Let me turn off this light. It makes it look bright worse. No, it's still bad. But yeah, it's It's balding. It sucks because like my dad has all of his hair on his head. He has like a bald spot in the back, of course. You know, he's an old man now, but he's not like me and my little brother. We both he started like really thinning way before me though, and now I'm probably thinner than he is. But our grandpa was like, he had like male pattern baldness. So it just skipped my dad, which I wish my dad would have went bald and I kept the hair. That would have been better for me. So now, let me see. I'm just gonna do, let's apply this. Apply that. Apply, oh, I'm not even, sorry. I just applied all the mirror modifiers, so that's all actual geometry now. Control J. And this is just the lazy way of making an STL, and I'm pretty sure this is going to print just fine. Even though it's not all one mesh. So the only thing I would worry about this is, you know, down here. But that might, I don't know. Let's see. I just want to make sure that Blender, because it's open source, has a lot of cool tools, add-ons and stuff. And there's like this whole 3D printing add-on. So I can just do this, and I can just go to cleanup and make manifold, check all, and we're pretty good. And now it's just it tells me I'm good. So we'll go to File, Export, STL, and where is my 3D print? 3D printing. I'll make a new folder for Carl. And we'll go in there. Chain. Chomp. I also probably a smart move would be to know what scale it's at. What scale, I guess for your hand, let's see. Where's my calipers? Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, dude, from like this, like from like 1975 all the way through to like 90, even in the 2000s, it was pretty chill for a long time. Like not a whole lot going on, at least in America. Life was pretty good for for quite a few years. Maybe a little bit bigger. I imagine you want this to be like 65 millimeters. Maybe a little bigger, actually. Let's go to 75. Yeah. I'm going to do it at 75. So let's really quickly just set that scale. What am I doing? Units. Metric. 0.01. And set the length to millimeters. And we'll come and click U. And I'm just going to go item. And on the x-axis, let's Control A really quickly. Apply the rotation. On the x-axis, let's make this, what did I say, 75? Oh, you know what? That's not a great idea. Let's just watch it as I scale it up. Well, that's much bigger. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I guess like pretty much. I'm trying to think. There was definitely some like rough spots in that time frame, but for the most part, from like 75 to like the year 2001, like when the World Trade Centers were hit, relatively peaceful for America. There's like I guess the thing with like Bill Clinton and the war in the where my brain is Middle East, you know, Baghdad, all that stuff. But I mean that's kind of that doesn't really it didn't really affect the American people that much. Bill Clinton did a pretty good job with the economy. And then after that, stuff just started going crazy. World Trade Centers, and then the war in Iraq, which wasn't too bad, but it did. There's a lot of money spent there that shouldn't have been spent there, and then the recession and housing crisis. Yeah, the 2001 Space Odyssey. What is that movie called? Gosh darn. I gotta tell you, my memory is garbage. What is that movie called? Space Odyssey? I can't even make a joke because of my memory. All right. So, without worrying about how it's going to print from the bottom, I am going to open up Cura. I wonder if I can really quickly. No, I don't want to do that. Cancel. Window. And Cura. Do you use I use the Ultimaker Cura slicer. Is there a slicer that you use that you prefer? Because I just use the Ultimaker Cura because it's the easiest to get and one of the most popular ones. And it works pretty well. No. What is it doing? I guess I'll wait for Cura to start before I try to. When did the Two Towers come out? The Lord of the Rings movie. Is that what you're talking about in 2001? Oh, I shouldn't make jokes about it. I don't want Chrome. Cancel. Let's get rid of that. Window device. There we go. Boom. Okay, we'll import 3D printing, For Carl. Chain chomp. And that is way too big. How big is this thing? Let's do 100 here and see what that does. That's way too small. 1,000? Oh, that's... Why did it... What? Uniform scaling. Okay, that's weird. Let's just... Let's just do this. There we go. And let's slice it and see how it slices. This, so you'll also see how long some of my oh, okay. Use Cura and Chi-Chu. I don't know. I've never heard of Chi-Chu, but I don't have a resin printer. I've wanted to get a resin printer. Those are very nice. Again, I make money, I earn money, and I should do all of these things I want to do, but I don't. Well, I'm gonna slice it just for my own knowledge. You know, good practice to know how well I can. Let's see. I want to see how it just make sure like where it intersects, it doesn't cause problems. So this is also the print settings here. This is how I print the stuff that I make for the cat clinic. So it's all super dense, and maybe if we were printing something like this, I wouldn't leave it this dense. But this is like highly detailed. But yeah, look, no problem with the eyes. They work well. Let's go down to the teeth. Yeah. Look at that. Awesome. Yeah, that's pretty good. So, you know, sometimes when you make stuff and you do it lazy like I did, you I have a Thingiverse account, and I will post it on there, and I'll link you the Thingiverse account, or I think it's just the Gray K. But yeah, normally you might get some like, see, there's something a little bit strange happening here, but I think that's just because of there's a slight overhang there, or it's like coming out, and this is considered like a wall. But yeah, you can see some weird stuff if you play fast and loose like I did with this. But this looks great. And it looks like a chain chomp. All right, let's see. I'm going to upload it right now. Let's see, browser? No, itchy game? Cura, there we go. I don't know. Am I logged in? I don't know if this is going to show my password or not. Hang on, just in case. I really think, especially for like the dice, a resin printer would, oh my god, 1,000 times easier just to have resin dice already instead of having to cast the resin. Which, again, casting the resin is a cool thing, and I would definitely still do it, but just to have fully resin dice, like, and a go, Like that's just amazing. And also it prints upside down, which is insane. Let me see actually. How well does your printer handle overhangs? Well, I guess you can use support material or whatever. I don't know how that works with the rubber stuff though. I don't know. I'm gonna give you this, and if it doesn't work like it should, let me know and I'll do what I can to fix it. But so let's see. Sign in. There we go. Create. Upload a thing. STL. 3D printing. For Carl. Chain chomp. All right. Publish thing. Category. I don't know. Why do they make you do all this? Let's see. Toys and games. Okay. Publish thing. Okay. And I don't, let me try this. Copy. Can you, okay, it's click, it was, oh, okay, there it is. It went to Twitch and it went to YouTube. Okay. Can you click that in YouTube? I haven't. You can. Okay. All right. Yeah. And for me, that link works. I don't know if it works for you, but it does work for me. So there it is. Nice. I'm excited for that to work out for you. I really hope that it works great the first try. Let's see. Let's go. Boom. I can just close this now. That was a fun little model to make. Yeah, through resin 3D printing, even I do like resin casting and stuff. It's just resin smells awful, and when it's curing, I don't know. Like I said, I don't mind 3D printing, and some of my prints, uh, like the little basket for the cat clinic that I made, um, I made one before without the logo on it, and it took 20 like 30 something hours, and I was happy with that. uh but when I'm waiting for resin to cure, I don't know if it's because I can't see anything happen Or, I don't know, I'm just so impatient. I'm just ready to pull that thing out of there an hour later. I can't wait for it to... It's so hard to wait. But there, like, the advantages of pouring resin are like you can use like the little like flake stuff. I have a lot of powdered colors, just mica powders, a lot of mica powders. So you know all the colors. I don't know. You know the stuff you need to make resin look pretty. Well, thank you. It's you could argue like you actually got something out of the stream. That's pretty cool. Like you'll have a physical object. That's insane. That blows my mind. You watched a stream and have a physical object from that stream. That's an idea. It would apply to a pretty niche community of people, but just modeling STLs and then giving it to the people watching this stream, that's a pretty cool idea. If everyone had a 3D printer, it'd be an amazing stream gimmick. Alright, let's see. I guess I might call it. I don't know how long I've been streaming for even. How long have you been watching? Because you pretty much came in right when I started. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, look, average view duration. No. Let's see, Twitch might, or, nope. Let's see. Is that it? Is that how long it's? There's no way. Have I only been live for 30 minutes? That'll blow my mind. Yeah, no, there's no way. Yeah, okay. I was like, what the heck? Alright, Carl, so I think I'm going to just call it here. It was great talking to you, man. I hope that you can use mica stuff in 3D printer. What do you mean? Oh, like in the in like the resin? Just put it in the resin? That actually, wow. If you could do that, that's really cool. I don't think I would be able to use the like the again, let me switch the camera really quick and grab one of these. I don't know what they're called exactly. Like foils? I don't know. Cura, Itchy Game, browser, speakers. Where's, oh, it's over here. So I bought a lot of these things from China, and it was really funny because I bought them for like 15 bucks. Come on. And then there was like a pack of 2 of them for like $500. And I was like, what? So like the one that I bought was, like I said, like 15 bucks, and it came with like all kinds of different colors, but like these things, they're so hard to handle because they fall apart. All damn day. There we go. So, like, I don't think you'd be able to do this just because I think the laser would probably, like, burn them and melt them. But these things are insane. If I were to touch that with my finger and pull on it at all, it would rip. They're very delicate. When I get bored and have nothing better to do, I get like a bottle of water that I have, like just an old empty bottle, and stir them in and make little snow globe things. Alrighty, let's see. Yeah, the STL stream thing though, yeah, that's a cool idea. I really like that idea. I might start doing something like that. You like join into the stream. And I could like upload it for that specific amount of time, and then once the stream is like over and pretty much everybody got the STL, maybe 30 minutes after the stream, I would delete it from Thingiverse or something. Create like an exclusivity thing. That's a cool idea. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and take off for the day. I'll probably be streaming more often just because I do enjoy streaming, and I don't do it enough. But thank you for tuning in, Carl. It's been super cool catching up with you, man. I hope you tune in to more, and hopefully I'll grow and you'll see some more people come in here and have more fun stuff to do. And maybe even do that STL idea where you can always have some. Definitely, like I said, I love modeling practical stuff, so we could get some practical STLs. But yeah, have a good day, man. I know it's super delayed, so I'll stick around a little bit longer so you can say bye or whatever. I like to say bye when I'm watching a streamer. I have no idea how far behind I am. So, I am looking at my restream window here, my dashboard, and it's pretty far behind. I wonder if I can fix that delay.